On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It's on the road tomorrow as the Bulls wrap up this home stretch. They've got to feel like, guys, they have an opportunity to rack up some wins over the next stretch of their schedule. You know, they'll be playing a lot of games in their own building.
Well, the season series has been an exercise in futility for this club this season. They've lost both of the previous matchups. They'd like to stop that streak right now.
They don't want to go down 0-3 to these guys. I can guarantee you that. And because of that, Steve, I think we're going to see a fantastic effort here tonight.
All right, presented by State Farm. Let's take a look at the Miami starting five. Mario Chalmers and the electric D. Wade at the guards. Shane Battier is out there with LeBron James, and it's Bosh in at the five. And for Chicago, we've got Danny Granger. Pekovic is out there with Carlos Boozer. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Harden in at the two-guard spot.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Granger backing him down. Boozer passes to Rose. Boozer a screen on Chalmers. Rose kicks to Boozer. Shot on the wing. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's a look that he'll never pass up. The one he'll usually never miss.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Wade dishes to Battier. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. It's tipped. Pekovic passes to Granger. Dishes to Harden. And here we go. Fast break. Battier's got it. Over Granger. And again, it's Shane Battier. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they allowed far too many open looks in that game, guys.
Can't disagree with you there, Steve. I mean, that's exactly what did them in. They didn't apply nearly enough pressure on their shooters. I'd say it's a bit of a slow start so far. Just one make in 5 to begin the game.
Bulls trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And it's Rose penetrating. Pekovic. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Pekovic has got his first points of the night. The Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
And Kevin, what I liked most about that win was their offensive creativity. They had a really varied approach to the game, and it worked well.
And they sure did shoot the ball well too, Steve, and that never hurts.
Here's Rose. After the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Granger kicks to Boozer. Good look. Jump shot is good that time.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
The Heat have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. LeBron against Granger. Here's Bosh. Battier kicks to Bosh. Bosh can't get that one to fall.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Harden outside. Boozer a screen on Battier. Harden dishes to Boozer. The score now all even. Boozer's got his second basket.
That's what a good solid screen will do for you. Gets you a good look at the hoop.
Wade kicks to LeBron. He feeds it to Chalmers. Feeds to Bosh. LeBron right side. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Pekovic. Rush comes in for Danny Granger. Anthony Morrow's checked in for James Harden. And it's Willis in for Derrick Rose. And a new group in for the Heat. Joel Anthony's checked in for Bosh. Haslam comes in for LeBron. Mike Miller's checked in for Shane Battier. And it's James Anderson in for Dwayne Wade. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rush, covered by Miller, 11 feet away, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. Heat have gone just a shade under 50% from the field, 5 of 11. Chalmers off the pick from Anthony. Miller outside. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Miller's got 5. Here's Parsons. Now Rush. No good on the buzzer beater. A good close contest so far as more Bulls. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Chandler Parsons out there, Pekovic. Then there's Willis. Then it's Rush. And it's Hamilton in at the shooting guard. Pekovic, no luck.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Anderson. No good. Hamilton with some nice D. Bulls trail by 3. And here's Willis looking for his first bucket of the game. There's the dish to Rush. Passes to Willis. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. It's Rush outside, and the basket good. Rush has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Wade against Willis. Robertson left side. Now the feed to Anderson. That's good.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And a new group in for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Joel Anthony. LeBron comes in for Robertson. James Jones, he's checked in for Mike Miller. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. Now, here is Harden. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis. And the basket by Morrow.
Well, he's a shooter, and I think you have to watch for him to drift to that corner spot. That's his favorite spot on the floor. And anytime the offense is flowing, he'll just kind of drift out of sight into that corner. And if a teammate can find him, he'll knock it down.
And, you know, something else he does. If he receives a pass at the offensive end with even his... What a throwdown there. Man! One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Battier comes in for James Jones. Rose against Chalmers. Here's Boozer. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 6 points for Carlos Boozer.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, well, they'll run away with this one.
Here's Parsons. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Anderson kicks to Bosh. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Bulls leading by 6. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Here's Rose. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Rose has got his second basket of the game. He'd have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Miami.
You know, it's hard to lose a game when you shoot the ball as well as they did in that one.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, shot making can cover over a multitude of sins. The percentage they shot from the floor is one you might talk about an individual player having, not the entire team.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Pekovic checks in for Boozer. Rush comes in for Chandler Parsons. Richard Hamilton's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Willis in for Derrick Rose. Wade passes to Chalmers. Miller outside. Bosch covered by Pekovic. Fader on the way. And it's Bosch, that time on the assist from Miller.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Willis against Chalmers. 50 seconds left to play in the first half. And stolen by Chalmers. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat to the inside. Here's Wade. That is good.
He's as close to impossible to defend as anybody, I think. I mean, he can just torch the defense in so many ways.
Wade against Hamilton. And the pass to Willis. Makes the lead pass. Pekovic. Another one falls for Chicago.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Here's Chalmers, and it's rejected. Got it up. Can't get it to go. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Bulls.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in
the second half just about to get going here.
It's been a great game for Boozer tonight. 6 points, and he's gotten his hand on 1 shot for a block.
Well, it was a terrific play he made on that block, and you know, those are the kinds of little plays, Clark, that generate extra possessions for your team. They can add up.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Mario Chalmers and Dwayne Wade, the tandem in the backcourt. LeBron James is out there with Shane Battier, and it's Bosch in at the center, filling out the middle.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
And they're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intentions.
And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Wade.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Rose against Chalmers. Harden sets the pick for Rose. Harden outside. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, the defense wasn't bad, but I think they've got to tighten up on it.
Fades. They get it back. Bosch lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
He was not to be denied that time, guys. Fought his way to the glass and came up with the points.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. We'll look at Chicago and, of course, Miami. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Checking out Chicago, they've continued their outstanding play. I mean, they're definitely one of those teams that everybody has in their sights again this year.
Well, you know, this is a team that doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. I mean, they're strong across the board on that roster. And I think as long as they stay solid and they stay healthy, it wouldn't surprise me if they made a strong push into the playoffs.
Rose dishes to Pekovic. That one goes. Count it. Pekovic has got 6.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They got their offense clicking.
The Heat trail by 11. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Wade outside. Kicks it to Battier. Clock at 6. Goes right up. Rebound by the Bulls. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Rose against Wade. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Just incredible maturity and leadership. Kevin Rose sets the tone for this club. He works so hard. He loves the game. And yet he's humble. He doesn't crave the spotlight. He really wants to share the ball and share the glory with his team.
And you love the work ethic, and everything you said is right on point, Steve. I mean, he's prepared, he works hard, he's growing as a leader, he plays the game with the right level of respect and attitude and tenacity. And just as important is that when the game's on the line, he's not shying away from the ball.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. There's a good screen. He kicks it to Parsons.
I can't imagine that we'll see one better than that tonight.
I'm with you on that, aren't you, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if we saw something more entertaining than that one.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Haslam, that's good. .131 left to play here in the third. Chalmers against Rose. Granger with the screen for Rose. Parsons. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game.
He took advantage of that pick, and he did the rest, knocking down the J.
Backing down is LeBron. Stolen by Harden. Boozer with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Pass to Rose. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. On the wing, Harden. Back to Rose. Slams it on the run.
How about that elevation? Man, some major hops and vertical there.
That's your point guard right there, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Aren't they some of the best athletes in the world playing that position?
Amazing. These guys able to create and dominate.
From 11 feet away, a shot by LeBron. No good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Rose against Miller. Outside Rose. Granger a screen on Miller. Rose goes in. Can't get it to go. Now here's Chalmers. And that's not going to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to... 40. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Who's had the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's go to Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Bulls that garners the uncontainable game today. The second quarter looks to be the difference right now as they turn things on and put together that huge run. Now, it seems like it's enough to get them the win.
Doris, thanks. And I think we can all agree the whole flow to their game sort of gelled at that point. Don't you think, Steve?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Everything came together for them all at once. I mean, their shots started dropping one after another at one end, and then at the other end, they went into lockdown mode defensively.
Yeah, it was truly a good stretch for them, Steve. All they needed were a few things to kind of click into place, and then they were rolling on all cylinders.
So with Rose on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Willis is out there with Harden. Then it's Rush. Then there's Danny Granger. And it's Pekovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Granger kicks to Rush. Granger, a screen on Wade. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He was highly animated when he was talking to them, telling them this is going to be a huge win for us. When we close this out, it will go a long way towards showing the rest of the league what we're capable of.
Anderson passes to Battier. Heat moving the ball around. They get a hand on it.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Harden gets a screen from Pekovic. But 3. Harden can't hit.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Bulls leading by 11. Here's Rose. Harden sets the pick for Rose. Double team on Rose. Back to Boozer. He dishes it to Pekovic. Over Anderson. And the Bulls with another miss. The Heat trail by 11. LeBron dishes to Bosh. The kick out to Anderson. Bosh kicks to LeBron. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, that's hard-nosed sandpaper basketball right there. A lot of little friction in there.
Oh, I love the way you described that. Was it ever? Nobody was going to get to the rim but him.
Oh, man, with the violent putback to finish it off.
Danny Granger is checked in for Carlos Boozer. That's good.
You know, and I think it goes without saying, guys, but his strength and body control scoring in close, that's what makes him special. You can see it with the shooting percentages inside. I mean, he's a tremendous finisher.
And, you know, he's got another skill that you love to see in a play. The ability to create a high-quality shot for himself off the dribble.
The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Rose against Chalmers. Granger is screen on Chalmers. And it's Rose penetrating. The 3 from Harden. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Wade against Harden. Battier fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
He's been producing all night. It's up to the rest of his team to start kicking in a little bit.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Rose double teamed. Into Pekovic. Wade against Harden. Back to Pekovic. Again, Chicago.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Bulls making a switch here. Boozer's checked in. And Miami has possession. It's a 13-point game. Shots good by Bosh.
Yeah, no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Rose against Chalmers. Rose double teamed. He passes to Pekovic. Back to Rose. Kicks it out to Granger. Just 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Harden. Over Wade. Again, Chicago.
And that one should remove all doubt about the outcome of this game. This thing's over.
Now it's just a matter of what the winning margin's going to be.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
Harden with it. Wade picks him up. Kicks it out to Granger. The three is launched. And the Bulls, another three.
And this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yep, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
Here's Chalmers, and that is good. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Throws up the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night.
But I ain't invent the game. I just rolled the dice trying to get some change. And I do it twice.